What can be done? Can we actually find a situation that we may be able to reverse things and push Russia back without boots being on the ground?
Well, it won't be our boots on the ground, that's for certain. We know that we're not going to be committing any military force on the ground there. But you're right to suggest, of course, that there are many other things we can do. That there remain, more sanctions to impose on Russia. There remain sort of much more military equipment we can give. And in fact, the military equipment side is fascinating because the reason that the Ukrainians are keeping the Russians at bay right now, and even in some cases pushing back, is obviously their own bravery, firstly. But their own bravery without our equipment would not get them very far. It is our, high-tech, high-impact equipment that is having a huge effect on the battlefield and enabling a pushback to occur. But the reality is, we saw this morning, there was an assessment by the Ukrainians the Russians can continue this level of engagement for another year with no problem at all. So we are looking, unfortunately, right now at a bit of a stalemate. And the only thing we can do is to slowly tighten the vice to make things move a bit further in our direction.
Recently, Finland's president, who has allegedly in the past been quite a close ally of Vladimir Putin, cancelled a meeting with Sweden's king, just as the two have sent their membership applications to NATO, something being shored up by Britain with that military alliance, while Turkey ums and ahs and haggles over trying to get something out of it themselves. Should we be concerned about temperature rising now in the Baltic Sea, in Scandinavia?
But when you say temperature rising, I mean, we're not going to see the Russians engage in offensive military actions. We've seen them already engaging in some, energy diplomacy or sanctions of their own. They obviously cut some supplies to Finland. There may be other things happening as well. The Finns are, of course, in quite an exposed position. They've got a massive long border with the Russians. It's not that they necessarily fear the Russians coming over, but having a large and aggressive neighbour next to you is not a pleasant occurrence. I think the best thing that can be done to reduce the temperature in Scandinavia right now is to hurry on with that NATO accession process. That is the thing that will guarantee the security of those countries and ensure that we actually lower the temperature rather than leaving it in a bit of a grey area, because Putin has shown that he thrives in grey zones.